Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Little Bit Potato. This is Factorio Undefeatable. And today, we're going to try our very best to get the electronic circuit board up and running. We've currently got most of the components that we need. We just need one more component to be shipped up here, and that is the basic electronic components. Everything else that I think we should have, I mean, circuit boards are over here, solder is over here, transistors are here, obviously. I think we're like 90%. Yeah, we're pretty much 90% of the way there. Why are you not getting plastic in here? Oh, this is somewhat of a problem. Oh, I did not conceive that this was going to be happening. Alright, let's balance that a little bit better, and then, fingers crossed, we should be A-okay, right? Yeah, well, that might fix things, I guess. I don't really know if it will, but hey-ho. Okay, let's get the last and final belt that we need to run up here. Unfortunately, it's going to be in a very congested area, and that's annoying for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that we're going to have to use this belt, which was originally reserved for, I think, copper plate production, but I've decided that upon further reflection, it would be best served if we actually just used it to move the basic electronic components up to it. I'm pretty certain that that's the best option. I'm like 90% on the way. I'm like 90% on it being the best option. We're gonna have to find some way of getting this belt up to here, though. And that in itself is difficult. It's gonna be difficult. Alright, we need to turn all this stuff around as well, which we will do, but that's not really a priority for now. Fingers crossed all of this iron will eventually get used up, and fingers crossed this one belt of iron will be enough to supply the entire iron area. I don't know if it will be yet, but, you know, we'll wait and see, I guess. Okay, copper wire goes up there. I guess we just try our very best to line it up this way, I guess? Maybe? I think that's what we do, right? I mean, I don't like the idea of just branching off the end of this belt, but I guess there's not really... I mean, we're kind of a little bit pressed for space at the moment, which is honestly not something that I really... It's not something I really thought of when I envisioned this area. Like, this area was supposed to be a massive area of space. There was never meant to be a bunch of congestion. Right, let's try and work this backwards a little bit, I guess. Something like this, perhaps? Yeah, I mean, it kind of is a little bit dodgy, but... you know, it works. Okay, pick this up. Let's get a little bit of belt under here. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let me... Why is this even underground? Like, that can be above ground, right? No, this needs to be underground, and then this needs to be coming around here. Alright, there we go. That works. Perfect. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That works an absolute charm. Okay, now we can continue with the expansion of this area. So I think we're gonna have to go to here, right? Again, kind of overly complicated, I guess, but if it works, it works. Which is good enough for me. Alright, let's expand you to there, and then let's trace a little bit of a belt over here. Did I say my name was Little Bit Potato? I really can't remember. I'm so bad at doing that, I really am. Alright, let's get this under there like that. And then this up here. There we go. It's not perfect, not by any means, but it should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. There into there. Alright, and let's get rid of that, because we don't need it anymore. And we can get you to come up here. And this can be underground. Okay, let's take this back by just a smidge, so it just works all a little bit better. Okay. Alright. There we go. And then this can run parallel with this. I think that that should work. I don't know if it exactly will, but also there's a bunch of iron that's currently on the belt that shouldn't be on the belt, but I think you can appreciate that it's going to be coming off the belt before very long, and it should have a nice new home in my my backpack until I can find somewhere better to stick it, unfortunately. But there we go. Alright. Beautiful. Okay. Now we need to pick up all this nonsense. Yep. Just gonna pick it all up. Don't worry about me. Don't worry. I'm not a waste of my time or anything like that. Whatever. Yeah. Alright. That should be good enough. Bloop, 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 bloop. Perfect. All the iron gone? All the iron gone. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's go get some belt, and then we can also run over the exact things that we need, and we should pretty much have them all here. So, circuit board, we do not have up here. We'll need to get that. Transistors, over here. Solder, here. Transistors, solders. We need to get transistors onto a belt, that's for sure. 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And we need more belt in general. We also need to make sure that we belt from here up to like here and then along. I think that that's probably going to where we're going to have to do it. We've kind of got like a dual bus system going on. I don't really know if the design is... I don't think it's going to win any architecture awards, put it that way. But at least it's something, you know? It's good enough. Since we're over here, we might as well do this bad boy. Make me a couple of those, maybe a couple of these. I mean, this is all subject to change, as you very well know. A couple of these. Under there. Now, are we going to be able to fit a fast underground belt under this whole operation? Almost, actually. Like, close enough, I would say. Yeah, that is indeed close enough for me. Alright. Couple more bits of underground belt. Perfect. Alright. And... no. Really? Alright, whatever. I'll just waste some belt needlessly then, I guess. Since that's all the rage these days, apparently. There we go. Is there any way to get this on both sides of the belt rather than just one side of the belt? I feel that it's kind of wasteful. Same with the solder, actually. Like, the solder should really be on both sides of the belt, too. I mean, it should ideally be on both sides of the belt, but it's currently only on one. Whereas you... is there any way that I can... If I do Shift E... Yeah, drop position. Yeah, you're... Yeah, okay, so that can't be altered. I can't get a close arm inserter, can I? I don't think so. I guess we can balance. I don't really like to balance. For fuck's sake. I used up the last of my iron like a fucking idiot there. I don't really like to balance that much. I like to avoid it as much as possible, but unfortunately, it's not always possible to do that, so... Oh shit, where'd it go? There. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not always... Whoops. It's not always super easy to avoid, it's not always easy to avoid balancing things, so I guess we'll make an exception and just do it here. There used to be the track here, that's why there's a bit of underground belt just chilling around. No longer really necessary, actually. Might as well pick it up and use it for something worthwhile. Okay, double the capacity of those belts. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Solder is only on one side at the moment, but that's because we're not, you know, we're not producing any... We're not producing any solder ingredients, actually. Well, we're producing tin, I suppose, but we're not producing... we're not producing the lead that we need from the galena. Very, very, very unfortunate. Okay. Let's get this belt established. And we can do so right here. And you can come along this way. Yeah, we'll probably need to underground belt this, but it doesn't really matter. Should be easy enough to do. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now where on earth are we going to make the goods? I think maybe like here is a good place. Also, what the heck is going on over here? And why is there no junk in the trunk, so to speak? There we go. That's better. Good thing that I can somehow magically place objects from like 16 miles away. Yeah, like, how do we want to do this? Because we can do it pretty much any way that we want. What's the ratios that we need? The ratios that we're going to need are... It's 4, 4, 1. So that basically means we need 1 of circuit board and 1 of solder. And then a belt each of basic electronic components, right? I mean, that's... Well, it's not exactly the ratio, but... If we did that, then that would probably be fine. Alright, I think we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. We're going to try producing... Oh, is this stone up here? Oh, beautiful. We're going to try giving this a go. I guess we can try giving it a go right here. Oh, no, we don't have enough belt, do we? That's all the belt we have. Never easy. Never easy. How are we doing for oil production? We're not. We're not oil producing. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we've got loads of plastic anyway. The plastic's already been turned into transistors. I don't really care after that. As long as we got what we needed from it. Okay, random chest. Good thing that there's a random chest nearby. Iron, iron, iron. Too many resources that are kind of useful, but not really useful enough. Yeah. We've got a lot of bloody landfill, for God's sake. Whatever. There we go. That should be an adequate amount of stuff. Maybe I'll pick up a little bit more iron just in case. Just in case something dodgy happens. Yeah, it should keep us roughly sane. Oh well. Also, how on earth are you not powered? I mean, it doesn't really matter because, yeah, not really not many machines needing your resources. Okay, there and there. You know, I got rid of a couple of big electric poles. I could really do with them right now. That's kind of decent. Could be a little bit more decent if you ask me, but hey ho. There we go. That's a little bit more decent. Just a little bit of lighting for the area, you know? Okay, you come up here. You come down here. So this is going to be the basic electronic component belt, I think. I have no idea if these are going to be needed later on in the production of things, but I presume that they must be, right? They've got to be used for something. Okay, get rid of this. Put that up there. That looks iffy, but it kind of works, I guess. So that's going to be that belt. That's good. Then we've got to have the actual machines here, which we can have starting like here, I guess. Also, we're going to need those machines, so let's produce some of them right now. Yep, there. I think we should probably just pack them as tightly as we possibly can. Like, I don't see any reason not to. I think we're going to try and get quite a few of these, maybe like 2 more, I think. 2 more seems like a fairly reasonable number. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a complicated setup, I guess, but it's going to be a little bit more advanced than usual. Okay, long-armed inserter. Long-armed inserter, that's good. We're also going to need a long-armed outserter. Is that even a word? Yeah, sure, it's a word. Well, we'll have an inserter first, right? And then we can set up an outserter. Because we will need an outserter. It's definitely a word. I'm 100% sure that it's a word. Okay, create 5 of those. You are going to be producing me the good old circuits. Electronic circuit boards, that's the one. Okay, perfect. We're going to need a few more medium electric poles, so we'll get them as well. There we go. And also, we'll plug all these bad boys in. Perfect. Okay, got the long-armed inserters, so we'll do that. That. We need one more. One more to stick right there. Now, steel chests should go here, 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 here. And we need more steel chests, but I guess for now we'll use iron chests. No, we've already got shit tons anyway. Whatever. There, and there. Okay, now this is the most complicated belt. The belt that's going to run right up the middle here. This is the belt that's going to have solder on. And it's also going to have circuit boards on. Right? So I guess we can do solder first, right? So solder is going to come off the belt. Yeah, here. Right there. Then we're going to be going up under here. That plugs into the side there. Perfect. And now we just join the dots. Nice and easy. And that can just be a whole belt, actually. That's solder done. Perfect. So now we need to get... Well, actually, we can just do this. Yeah. We can just do that with the circuits. Perfect. That's actually super remarkably easy. There is a couple of bits and bobs that need addressed, but actually pretty darn decent. This is working out. Alright, just making sure that everything is level. In fact, this probably shouldn't be like this. I should probably make it so that it works like that. Yeah. Just so that if we ever need these resources in something in the future, then it'll work. Okay. Wrong way, but you get the picture. Yep, I mean, this is pretty much us sorted. Yep. Alright, and we should have all of the 4 resources that we started with. We should be producing a bunch of these electronic circuit boards. Materials should be consumed at a pretty decent rate. We shouldn't need to upgrade any of our inserters or anything because the time that it takes to build the electronic circuit board is quite substantial already. It's like 5 seconds or whatever, so that's honestly pretty decent. Yeah, holy cow, that was actually really, really efficient. We are kind of a little bit in the middle of nowhere, really, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. The next thing that I do worry about, though, I do worry about it a fair bit, is that we're going to run out of solder. Solder's in kind of a short supply right now. It is still being produced a bit, right? But nowhere near in... Oh no, it's not even being produced. It's just... There's just shit tons in a chest. Yeah, so it's still being used in both the production of these bad boys and also, well, now the new circuits. So it's going to be in even higher demand. Ugh. That does not That does not sit well. How are we doing over here in terms of mining? We're not doing too badly. We still got loads of tin. But yeah, galena, more galena would be great if we could stick it into that chest, because we've kind of used all of our supply of lead, apart from the lead on the belt at the moment. But I guess that's a job for another day, another episode, another life. Yeah. Honestly, like, this area is looking pretty darn good if you ask me. Plastic also, I think that we'll probably eventually run out of. I don't think it's going to take much for us to run out of plastic. Unfortunately. How are we doing for copper? We got shit tons of copper. I'm not even worried about copper. Not even bloody worried about copper. Is our oil area still up and running? Like, is it still pumping and whatever? I mean, it is pumping, but it's pumping, like, comparatively little. Oh, this is weird. This isn't connected. Oh, that's very weird. Alright, well that should actually help with oil production, right? And we might be able to get them both running at the same time. Huh, okay, well, maybe not quite both running at the same time, but... Hey, look! Okay, that has actually fixed our problems a little bit. It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna suit us forever, so to speak, but it'll at least do for now, I guess. Gonna get a little bit more plastic coming in, but again, that's something that we can worry about in a future episode. And I'm sure that if we need to, we'll be able to make the resources chemically, so we'll be able to break heavy oil to light oil and light oil to petroleum if we really need it in bountiful supplies. But as of yet, we don't, which is great. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching this episode of Factorio Undefeatable. My name, of course, has been Potato, and I will see you next time. Bye.